All right. Hey, everybody. Me and Poob, Wendy's just came out with breakfast like 6 months ago. So I woke Poob up at, when did I call you? 8 a.m.?
Crack of dawn.
I say, get up, bitch boy. Go get some Wendy's breakfast. We're going to go test it out. Bitch, there's nothing in here that I ordered.
Please stop!
He's trying to get my goddamn food. This is all mine. Here, I only have 8 sandwiches.
Dude, I've eaten like 80% of one of these, and I'm like, oh, man.
Eat it. Take one bite.
All right, here's a bite.
Mine's round. They didn't even give me the croissant. What is this thing I'm eating?
This is your world, bitch. I'm just driving through it.
And then now that I sat down with all my food, I realized the appeal of a mukbang, which is what this is supposed to be, is that it's really popular in like Asian cultures, mukbangs. Mm-hmm. I think the appeal is that those people are all really skinny, right? And so it's like it's cool seeing like a small person eat a lot of food. But in America, this is just sad. That's what it is. It
feels sad. It does feel sad if I eat all this. It felt
sad ordering this. I ordered like one of every. Yeah, I ordered like one of everything.
Just like, damn, bitch, that's just for you. I was like, oh.
Dude, I ordered mine, and the fucking lady, like, first of all, she fucked up everything. I'm pretty sure that this is not any of what I ordered, basically. I ordered whatever that is, whatever that ice thing is, and instead they just gave me 2 iced coffees. And then I ordered biscuits and gravy. I don't see no biscuits and gravy in here. Yeah, I didn't get that. And
you should have come to my Wendy's.
And then they gave me a receipt, and she walked it out to me and goes, by the way, if you go to the back, you can do a survey and give me a review on how I did. I was like, now I'm like, bitch, there's nothing in here that I ordered. Some random
you don't want
shit.
Me to give you a review right now.
Yeah, I think I ordered like way too much is what it was. And she was just like, what? It's too early for this shit. I'll just give them some stuff.
What are you starting with there?
I don't know what this is. It's like a bacon, egg, and cheese on like a regular like burger bun. Ugh. I'm going to be honest with you. This stuff's been sitting because I woke up a lot earlier than you did. I ordered this shit and I just threw it in my oven at 170 degrees. It's just kind of, I think it's kind of dry right now.
STALLTT might have been right about compromising the quality. Mm-hmm. Whatever. That piece of shit doesn't know what he's talking about. I think I'm starting with the same thing. Mine's pretty wet, though.
Oh, really? You got a wet one, I got a dry one. How do you think Castaway would have turned out if Wilson had lived?
Whoa. Just like if the little ball fucking didn't go out to sea.
Yeah, if he showed up and everybody's like, "Oh my god, I'm glad you're alive." And he's like, "Yeah, man, it's just thanks to my buddy Wilson."
Yeah.
Just me and Wilson living out on an island.
There's a huge fucking hole in the bottom of it. You would definitely have to fuck that thing. If you were all alone out there.
Hell yeah, he was fucking Wilson.
Yeah, people are. I mean, you couldn't blame a guy that was fucking cast away though for having an imaginary like ball friend. It'd be awkward to address.
Wilson dying was so essential to him being reaccepted to humanity.
Yeah.
That was the best accident that happened in that movie for sure.
Never thought of it like that. Wow.
Do you think he would have any chance with that FedEx box bitch at the end? If he had showed up, it was like, "Hey, I saved your package from the island." Me and my friend Wilson. Do you mind if Wilson sits on the dresser and watches as I go to town on your pussy? Is that all right?
You have like the sex appeal of a clown if you have an imaginary ball friend.
Oh man! All right, I'm gonna straight up give a review of this bacon. Not impressed. It tastes like it came out of a dehydrated box. It's like dehydrated bacon that you eat with while camping.
Like it got put in some heat box for like an hour after it was made.
That might have something to do with it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mine's pretty decent. I think I'm working on the same thing. It's like a sausage, egg, and cheese, bacon burger.
Yeah. Do you have,
like
burger. Yeah. Right? It's a burger. It's like the most American shit ever. Yeah, so I don't know what, like, did you have a line at your Wendy's?
No, not at all. In and out.
Very similar situation. These people had the fucking audacity, the hubris, in fact, to try to open up a Wendy's next to a Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Yeah, bad move. And so people literally drive through the Wendy's parking lot, park in the Wendy's parking lot, and then run across the garden to get to the fucking Chick-fil-A. And I think the lady that took my order was also the lady that cooked. I think it's just one lady in there.
Running around.
Yeah. Running around and making this. I'm taking the bacon off of mine. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, like in my area, there's just a fucking trifecta of chicken places that all got put next to the Chick-fil-A. Like KFC, good luck. I've never seen a person in that line.
No, KFC, they were good in the 90s, I feel like. That was like their peak. And then they just turned to shit in the 2000s.
There used to be one of those like KFC Taco Bells in my hometown. You know, it was like the only fast food we had. It was like a split in half. Dude, I'd never seen this hybrid. It was it's like still like legend of how bad the service was because it was just run by high schoolers and how disgusting. It got shut down by like the health department. Oh. As it should if you're a combination.
A hybrid store.
Yeah, if you're a hybrid store, you should fucking explode.
Mm. Oh. Did you hear there's a cure for COVID?
What?
Yeah, there's a cure. It's
what? Say again.
Yeah. Trump met with that My Pillow guy. You know, have you ever seen those My Pillow ads?
Like the fucking. I feel like I'm thinking of the wrong thing. That like hugs you or whatever.
No. It's this guy. He has like an infomercial, and he comes on like who's that fucking guy? Billy Mays. He just like yells everything, and it's always like his commercials are like late at night for the people that can't sleep. And he's just like, this is my pillow. That's like the brand name. He's like, I made this pillow. I spent 14 years developing this pillow. It is my pillow. Buy my pillow and you can sleep. And he's just like a guy that made a pillow. The brand name is My Pillow. So
I have seen this, I think.
Yeah, that guy's like, I don't know how he somehow made a bunch of money off of a fucking pillow. But he met with Trump, and Trump left the meeting and goes... we discovered the cure for this COVID thing. Apparently the My Pillow guy had it. The My Pillow guy.
Yeah, I'm seeing this article now. What the fuck? What you been holding on to it for? Come on, asshole. Not until I sell 1,000 of My Pillows. I release the cure.
I'm telling you. It's weird how like the world's scientists have been scrambling to find the cure, and the fucking pillow guy had it this whole time. Apparently it's oleander, which is just a flower. That's the cure to COVID, is a flower.
But it can only be administered through a pillowcase.
Yeah, that'd be great if you just like, you know, the cure for COVID is actually a good night's sleep with My Pillow.
Laughter.
Laughter is the greatest cure. Yeah, it's just so stupid. It is this, I don't know. It's almost like, you know why political humor sucks? Is because that I didn't say any punchline about that at all. I just said the story verbatim and it was funny. Like there's you don't need to joke about it. The My Pillow guy met with Trump and told him there was a cure, and Trump's like, there's a cure. The My Pillow guy told me. That's a joke on its own. It's just like funny.
What credentials does this guy have besides being a fucking some pillow asshole that fucking blurts about his brand? Like
he's a pillow salesman.
Is he a pillow scientist? I might have a little.
Yeah. A pillowologist. Yeah.
This guy looks like. You ever watch Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
He looks like Charlie's like uncle, like the creepy little lawyer guy with the tiny hands.
Yeah,
like,
that always just like gets close to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, please don't touch me, Uncle Jack. He's like, Charlie. Yeah.
Mm. You ever heard of PKA?
No. Painkiller.
You're close. Painkiller. What's the last word?
Anonymous.
Yeah, Painkiller Anonymous.
Addicts.
No,
oh, wait, PKS? I was thinking...
No, PKA, Painkiller Already.
Okay, oh,
Yeah,
already.
It's a podcast. You remember that guy, Woody's Gamertag? You remember him?
Oh my God! What, you just throwing around a million references I don't remember? Look this guy up.
Okay, no, Woody's Gamertag. You remember FPS Russia?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
That one.
It's their podcast, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so then I made like that Tarkov video. Remember us doing the exit camping?
Oh, actually, yeah.
Yeah. They watched it and they were talking about how great it was and everything. So I was like, hey man, this might be an opportunity for me to go talk to that FPS Russia guy and Woody's Gamertag. He's an OG of YouTube. And so I wouldn't go. I DM'd one of the guys on Twitter and they were like, yeah, man, let's get you scheduled and everything. And then I went and looked at like their subreddit. They have a really active subreddit. I don't think I want to go on it anymore because the entire subreddit is just they're shitting on like their own fans just hate their guts. If you go on their subreddit, there's like this FPS Russia guy, fucking hate him. I hate this fucking guy. Will he shut up? And they're always just like making fun of Woody for being this old fucking faggot in a polo. Like they just shit all over these guys. I'm like, I don't think I want to be on this show anymore.
Yeah, it's dangerous. You don't want those people after you.
No, these people are full of hate. I've never seen. Do you remember what was that guy with the Jewish guy with the super curly hair? He was like the radio DJ.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, this is Jerry Seinfeld.
I don't know.
He has like he was like the shock jock guy. He's on the radio and he would have people on.
Poob in the morning. Stuff like that.
No, if you heard his name, Howard Stern.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, Howard Stern. They there was like some statistic out there where it was like the people that hate him watch him the most back in the day because they were just like fueled by anger, you know. And I feel like a lot of people that watch like Rush Limbaugh and fucking hate his guts, it's mostly people that hate his guts that watch him because they're just getting mad. I think that's what PKA's turned into. It's just people that fucking hate them are just like, let's watch these guys and stew over it. How much we fucking hate their guts.
So you're actually trying to help Aqua by making everyone hate him.
That's what I'm trying to
improve his viewership. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're actually a hero.
Yeah. Now that you brought that up, I didn't want to talk about this, but did you hear he was super pissed at me?
I've a little bird told me.
He's it all stems from what I thought was funny, which turned out he didn't think it was funny at all. He thought it was the opposite of funny.
Imagine that.
And it's I said a racy thing on one of his streams, right? And so when he went to go edit it, his editor was like, "Hey, we'll take this part out because it's racy and we don't want to be racist, right? We want to be good guys." And so I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, he took that out," which means he thought it was racy. So all I can do is turn around and go, "Oh, you removed that reference about a black guy because you want your channel to be whites only?" Like it was I just did like a Uno reverse card on him to make him look racist. And then I got a series of texts for the rest of the day talking about how I'm a fucking scumbag. And I was supposed to be eating Wendy's with him for breakfast, and now you're second string. Yeah. You're second string. Yeah. But I guess I'm supposed to have a list here, but I just wanted to be said that Aqua actually loves all races equally. But he said he does prefer Filipino chicks. He wanted me to stress that. He said, "God, I fucking love Filipino girls."
He respects them all. Has a huge reference. What?
Yeah. He respects them all, but he wants to bed some of them more than others. That's what he said.
And he really doesn't want to bed some of them.
Yeah, he said some of them I wouldn't actually ever want to talk to ever. But
we're just like now going in the reverse of being good to him.
Some of them I want in an internment camp, but I love them all. I'm gonna get another series of text messages. Oh man.
Oh, I've eaten like 80% of one of these, and I'm like, oh man.
The problem is I got the food like an hour and a half ago, and so like I'm over. Have you ever like been hungry for dinner and then you go to cook a big dinner and it takes too long and you're not hungry anymore? That's this. I got like this giant plate of burgers, and they sell fucking potato wedges. Like who the fuck does potato wedges?
Look how tiny their burrito is, or how huge my hand is.
They didn't have a burrito at mine.
Let's just say this is a regular size burrito for scale. Yeah, no, it's tiniest. I mean, big as fuck. I also got an oatmeal bar for dessert. See what that's all about.
Mine was just like burger things, I think. I don't know. The lady didn't even give me what I ordered, so I made some sort of like chicken biscuit thing.
Oh, yeah, I've got like a buttered chicken biscuit. Like, holy shit. It's got like a layer of butter like cheese would be. It's what's over here? What do we have?
Wait, is that what this is? Dude, this thing's actually pretty good. The chicken biscuit?
It's probably all the butter on it. No fucking.
I don't think I ordered one of those, and I don't think I have it. I remember ordering that. Yeah. And this lady was really hankering for that review. Have you ever been in like when you get in like an Uber and like when you go to get out, the person tells you to give them a 5-star review? Have you ever had that?
So they're like, I'll give you a 5-star if you give me a 5-star. I'm like, man, I don't give a shit about my rating. Yeah. I'm never going to see your ass again. I'm drunk as hell. Fuck off. And I trashed the place. I'm like, fucking
I had this Middle Eastern woman pick me up, and she drove me. I thought I was going to die the entire time. Like, why? I think she just got her... No, she just got her fucking license. And she drove me to the airport, and as I'm getting out, scared for my life, she goes, you will give me 5-star review, yes? You will give me 5-star review? And I'm like, bitch, you were on the right side of the road for like 4 minutes of this 30-minute ride. Why the fuck would I give you a 5-star anything? She just,
you might as well at that point.
She drove like, have you ever seen how like people in India drive where they just kind of just weave in and out of everything? Yeah. But it only works there because everybody's going 5 miles per hour. We were going like 48.
Yeah, true.
Just weaving in between kids at the crosswalk and everything.
They're in this like tut-tuts and shit going like 20 miles an hour. Oh, and I've got to send you it's kind of like it's a one video. It's probably not even the right one. There's just a whole subcategory of videos 2 of my friends are really into, just like big cats attacking people in India. Not to do with because they're in India or anything, but just like there's just so many videos on YouTube of like leopards, just like you're just in a city and a leopard fucking attacks you. How fucking scary is that? They're like in like a mall. Like this thing is just. I don't want to get back into what animals I could or couldn't kill like last time, but
yeah,
certainly never a big cat.
No, big cats are fucking oddly strong. I've seen a video of a house cat kicking an alligator's ass, and the alligator was like 10 feet long. Like it just walked up there and was just like, yeah, with this little paw, and the alligator's like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? And like backed up.
And a nosebleed.
Yeah. So like, oh, I see this thing. Yeah, it's like a giant leopard. Wow, that's wild.
It's not funny, but everyone's just like, holy shit, a fucking leopard. It's just like screaming and running away. It's not like, it's scary.
This is an old, like, pretty famous story, and I don't think I've ever said it on the podcast, but it's like one of my favorite stories because this guy was just sitting He's in like an alpine cabin, right? And he's sitting there in his like recliner, just drinking a beer, chilling, watching TV. And all of a sudden, an elk comes through his bay window and is absolutely terrified and is just thrashing through his house. And it has these big horns, right? And it is just fucking tearing the place apart. And he's just sitting there like not ready to have a fight to the death. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so he starts trying to get it out. And it ends up going down the hallway and finds its way into like his master suite. And they had just remodeled it. And it was tearing that fucking place up with its like horns and shit, messing up all the wallpaper. And so he's like, fuck it. And he goes in there to fight this thing. And he ends up breaking its neck with his hands. Like he like got the antlers or something. Fucking like snapped its neck. Dude, I would have that thing taxidermied just like in the bay window from that point on.
Oh yeah, if you kill any animal with your bare hands, you should get it taxidermied. Dog, mouse.
I would get that. What's that like barbarian of Gaul look where they have like the deer head as a hat, and then it's like a cape, like the rest of its fur is a cape. I would wear that to work. I don't give a fuck. That would be my overcoat.
Dude, elks are fucking huge too. That's impressive. More impressive is if he killed a moose, but you know I'm not here to say what would be better.
I didn't think mooses or meese.
I don't know how you fucking say it.
I thought they were just like the bullwinkle and whatever. Like I thought they were just like, ooh, I'm a moose. Apparently those things are fucking death traps to get near. Like they just will stomp you with their long, knobbly little legs. I didn't think they were that big. Yeah.
They're fucking scary how big they are. I never knew how big they were until like I saw one. And I was just like, it's like the first time I saw a cow even. I was like, holy shit. Like that's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Like, damn, that thing big. You know? So when I saw a moose, imagine my surprise. I thought these were dog size.
No, they're fucking tall, man. They're huge. Have you seen that video of the guy, he's like skiing and he stops on a trail because he sees a moose and then the moose starts charging him. And this is only in America. This guy, there's a fucking ant on my mic. Get out of here. Get! Be gone! He's trying to get my goddamn food. This is all mine.
Sorry, can't share.
Yeah, can't share. I only have 8 sandwiches. Now this guy pulls a Glock out while who brings a Glock skiing, and he just mag dumps on this moose. Like,
oh my god!
If that was in Canada, that guy would have been dead. That guy just would have been dead.
Oh yeah.
But who the fuck brings a Glock with them while they're skiing?
I remember looking up to see if it was possible to ride a moose or like tame them after. Because after I saw one, I'm like, holy shit! Like, imagine if people could use these instead of horses. Like, they're just way cooler. I feel like it'd be way more effective too. Like back in the day, you can't.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely not.
Kind of can, but they are just like not meant for that at all. And apparently, like gunfire scares them really bad.
They have an ego, I think, is the problem. Horses, on the other hand, are self-loathing. They want to be ridden. You know, they want to be dominated.
Oh yeah, and I dominate mine. I have 2 miniature horses. Yeah. People
doesn't
think
Arnold Schwarzenegger? Then he have 2 miniature horses in his house?
Oh yeah, I think I'm just like Arnold.
Yeah, I've always said it. Our similarities run deep.
Oh yeah.
Not just the looks.
Baby, I'm the governor. I'm gonna explode if I eat like fucking. I'm like 2 sandwiches down, kind of. I'm hurting.
I've eaten 2 and like half of this or a third of this one, and I'm like, it's not that it's I could still eat. I'm not gonna lie to you, I could still eat, but it's just awfully greasy. And I've been on like this diet thing where I think my stomach's a little bit shrank up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so
your body's gonna feel extra bad if you've been eating well, and then you eat all this.
Yeah. I've noticed that. I've noticed that
in preparation for this. So, just really praying Aqua would back out. I actually heard he was in a bit of an accident this morning.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, meant to look like an accident.
Suspiciously staged like an accident. He actually had a Post-it note on his body that says, "This was a complete accident."
Oopsie, I messed up and did this myself.
Oopsie.
He's
Man.
at the bottom of the stairs with his legs over his fucking head and his head turned 180.
Yeah. Oops.
His face, so it's like that.
Dude, okay. I'm just gonna say it right now. This is the this would be the most popular pick, I think, for a lot of guys. This is the Breakfast Baconator.
Oh.
The Breakfast Baconator only works if your bacon doesn't suck. This is a lot of really bad bacon. I am not a fan of this. This thing, on the other hand, I don't know what this is, like supposed to be like a croissant sandwich. This thing's pretty pog champ. And then the chicken biscuit thing's pretty good. I didn't get biscuits and gravy. That's what I really wanted to test out because of you know that Jordan Rance guy.
Yeah.
I got him to try biscuits and gravy in Seattle, and they were fucking horrible.
Oh.
And so I wanted to get some Wendy's biscuits and gravy to see if they were any better. You know, I'm trying to find some biscuits and gravy that don't suck that you can get at a more accessible place.
I was going to say, I know some good biscuits and gravy. It's not accessible. My mom makes them really good. Like
Dude, you're in Indiana?
Yeah.
Your mom makes biscuits and gravy? That's such a Southern thing.
Oh, her mom's from the South. Like, my grandma, fucking, when I was a kid, I eating up chicken and dumplings and fucking biscuits and gravy all the time. Homemade sweet tea. It's like my favorite drink.
Okay, so
these stones gone.
Dude, sweet tea is pretty fucking good.
It's so good.
It is.
Fuck yeah, that shit's good.
Biscuits, people act like that's what I mentally do every time I take a sip of
that shit. Damn, dude, I should have got some sweet tea.
The British people act like hot tea is the shit, and I just don't think they've ever had, because I think every American has had hot tea, and they go, that's interesting, but I'll stick with the sweet tea. Let's be honest. Sweet tea is leaps and bounds better. Yeah.
Yeah, British people are so fucking stuck up. I fucking hate them so much and what they say about sweet tea. Fucking God damn it. Hey, what's up, Fungal Toe? Fucking bam.
I don't even think he likes tea. He's not much of a tea guy, I don't think. Yeah.
Well, anyway, he's probably done something else.
Yeah, something else I fucking hate. Oh, man. You remember how last time we sat there and talked about John Wayne Gacy?
Yeah.
Well,
he's that funny clown guy.
Yeah. He's got a hilarious clown routine. Well, what spurred that conversation was the night before me and Abby were talking about it at the dinner table. And tell me how those fucking things are. How do they compare to your mom's?
Well, just based on looks, I can say they don't. But
how's that gravy?
Gravy's typical sausage gravy. Feels like it's from a can. Let me try a little bit of the texture. Biscuit, yep, from a can.
Canned biscuits, hell yeah. So apparently after that whole like Gacy conversation, it spun off in two completely different directions. One, we went to go talk and we were laughing about how he had like the concept of what if one of the kids thought it was a clown routine up until the bitter end, you know? And was just like, because he kept going like, this is my final trick. And like, as they were dying, they're like, this trick sucks. This is the worst clown routine I've ever seen. And then while that was whole happening thing, like Abby went and watched a podcast. Like she watches a lot of true crime podcast stuff. And she was watching this thing on Gacy. And it goes into like grisly detail. And so we're going on our nightly walk. And we're walking, and she is just recounting all these horrible things that he did. And she's like, when the police went into his house they found dildos of every shape and size. There was one 18-inch dildo that had blood going all the way up to the base of it. And she was like sickened, on the verge of tears while telling me all this horrible shit. And the only thing I didn't want to tell her, but the only thing I could think of is me and Poob spent like the last hour and a half of today just laughing about this guy. Two totally different processes for rationalizing a rapist clown.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably going to get raped by a clown one day as karma.
Definitely as karma. But when he goes to stick that 18-inch dildo up your ass, you can go, I've seen this disappearing trick before. This is the shittiest clown routine I've ever seen.
Oh, my God. Oh, I feel good, actually. These 2 coffees are going to bounce me back.
Yeah.
Finish when I'm almost done with the other.
All right, so anyways, I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but did you see that fucking explosion in Beirut?
Oh, yeah, that thing was insane looking. I mean, and insane, impact-wise, but fuck, like, that was scary.
Yeah. And
I'm assuming you have...
I don't have any quip about it. I was just like, what was kind of funny about it is I was telling Abby about it, and I was showing her, and she was like, wow, do you think we felt it here? I was like... Do you know where Lebanon is? Like, no, we didn't feel it here. Like if we go outside, we'll feel the gust of wind of the.
Holy shit! Something just thousands of miles away.
That smells just like the downtown bazaar of Beirut.
Oh my God. Street merchants. Most of them cried out.
I can feel it. I throw my hand up in the wind and catch the tattered, blown up clothes of a small child from Beirut.
God.
Oh, I feel your pain.
Sober. All right, I can home.
Yeah, so.
It's not much seriously, though.
Yeah, but seriously, it's a very, very serious subject. But I saw the aerial photos of all that shit. Actually, completely destroyed, by the way. It used to look beautiful there, as industrial docks do, and now it looks like a barren wasteland of rusted buildings. And
I can't imagine how long it's going to take to just like rebuild and shit. That's going to...
well, a bunch of thrown together dock buildings, probably not that long, but all the contents of the shipping containers
of the area that just got fucking like glass shattered.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Cars fucking destroyed and stuff. That would suck.
Okay, so one of the unusual things of that happening here is that, or during this time period, is that people do like Facebook live streaming. Oh, no. And so there's so many videos you see of like they're looking at it and then it explodes and then the feed gets cut. So there's like all these videos you see from people that just died where you're never going to get there. Like if this happened 20 years ago, it would have been people filming it and then it blows up and their camera's destroyed, But like, I remember I was watching this guy, STALLTT sent it to me. And it's this guy, he's standing on the other side of the canal looking at the explosion. Like everything's going off like fireworks, it looks like. And which is what led people to believe it was like a weapons depot or ammo depot, is that it looked like casings going off. And then it just blows up. And I'm like, that guy's fucking... Because I've seen the one from like 5 miles away where it looks like like Fallout 3, looks like you blew up Megaton, Yeah. And this guy was like 30 feet away from that. I'm like, that guy's gone. There's no way.
And it's like, yeah, the first, like, I would be one of those guys just fucking standing out there like, well, that's a decently big explosion, just recording it, and then the fucking big one happens.
The final one happens.
Like, oh my fuck, I fucked up.
Did you see the one of the guys on the boat and they're cruising? They're like out there fishing on the bay and they're like filming the smoke and it blows up and you can see the shock wave come across the water.
Oh yeah.
And it just
jumped in the water. It would still fucking like the shockwave. Yeah, would probably. Yeah. Bam.
Well, they were far enough away that it was like it blew their hair back, but I doubt they got like hit by anything. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Those Lebanese guys. It blew their big fucking unibrow into. You know, it's like regular eyebrows. It parts it.
Split it. Yeah, like oh my god.
Part the eyebrows. See. What's that fucking poster behind you?
Oh, I didn't think you noticed. Like, someone the other day complained about like how barren it looked back here, so I put like my computer to show that I game, some art to show you my artistic side.
I like how you didn't hang in any of it up. It's just piled in the corner.
It's Miles Davis in concert doing what a pose I won't replicate. But.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that walk.
$10 at Goodwill.
Wow.
Yeah, what a steal.
Yeah, what a steal. So, Miles Davis, isn't that the guy that in that Spider-Man from that animated Spider-Man movie? Is that who that is? Yeah.
Miles Davis. He's got bit by something or something.
Radioactive spiders. Is that the face he did? Is that the moment the spider bit him?
Oh!
Oh shit!
It's not bit my ass.
My spidey senses are tingling.
I'm gonna play music with my power. I'm gonna use this power for good. Oh, laughing.
My spidey senses are telling me I'm hitting the right notes.
Yeah. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
What if he uses spidey senses for shit other than saving people? What if he's just like, yeah, my spidey senses are telling me this dog's going to win this race. I'm going to go ahead and bet 25,000 on that. I'm going to bet everything I got in my will from my fucking Uncle Ben. Now that he's dead.
Just become a gambling addict.
Yeah. Man.
Which one of these whores doesn't have as many STDs as the others?
My spidey senses are telling me this pussy's all rotten. I ain't going with you.
My spidey senses say your pussy stank. I'm not gonna...
And so like
Spider-Man would never do that. Don't joke about that.
Yeah, he would never. He's a good guy. He's he's a good guy. I remember there was something about like comic book nerds were all upset about the Sam Raimi ones because his like fingers grew hairs out of them, and like that's not how Spider-Man works.
Whatever. Hairy fingers are awesome.
Yeah, I always thought those were awesome.
I'm a bit of a comic book movie nerd myself because I'm already just a fucking nerd, so I might as well go full deep into like Marvel shit. But Tobey Maguire's my favorite Spider-Man, and the best. That's a fact.
Yeah. Well, I think he's
got it. He's got that actor Hollywood loves. Seabiscuit. Spider-Man.
Cider House Rules.
Great Gatsby, kind of.
Yeah, Great Gatsby. He played
not the Gatsby.
Not the cool guy that it's named after.
Not the guy that gets the girl or like the millionaire.
Yeah.
He plays that guy that lives in that little shed, right?
Yeah, he's the shed guy.
It's like the gardener or something.
I don't know. I don't really know what he is, but he's there. What? No, that who played Osborn? Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that guy.
Spider-Man. I love that guy. Oh my god.
I have a screen cap of the second he's like scientists have to lay their life on the line, and he like injects himself with the serum or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the second he turns into the Green Goblin, and like his little assistant is like, "Are you all right? Are you all right, Mr. Osborn?" And he like opens his eyes and like grabs the guy, and like his fucking everything is just so like his face and everything. He's like, ah, like no CGI or anything. Willem Dafoe just looks like a fucking freak.
Yeah, he's great at roles where he plays a freaky little guy.
Yeah,
like a scary man with got a bunch of face features. Oh, is this just in Spanish? Oh no, it's not. This is, I think, one of my favorite scenes from that movie. Just skip to 6 seconds. I guess that's really not skipping that part. I just want you to see the part where she screams, "Deliver us!" It's the
deliver us.
I do not remember this part.
It's the part where she just screams. She's praying. She's like, "Ah!
Deliver us!"
Yeah, I'd say that so much in Tarkov if I'm like pinned down.
Oh shit! There we go. What a strange scene. Like blown back. So why does he go fucking? Why does he go attack her? I remember Osborn is like reaching for some food or something where they're over for Thanksgiving, and like the ant slaps his hand.
Oh yeah, he's like going for the turkey, and then he fucking kill her because she slapped.
She slaps his hand, and he looks at her seductively and goes,
"Oh, yeah."
He like sucks on his finger. He sucks on his fingers sexually at her, and he's just like, I don't know why he does that. And then he fucking comes back later and kills her while she's praying.
Yeah. He's like, "All right, bitch, you're gonna meet the goblin tonight." What does that mean?
Dude, what a loose trigger. If that's what, dude, this bitch slapped my hand when I was sticking my grubby little fingers all over her Thanksgiving turkey. I'm killing this bitch on Thanksgiving night. Jesus.
Yeah, he's a psychopath. He took the goblin gas, and now he's got the properties of a goblin. That's the lore.
Is that the lore?
Have you seen they had like an original like animatronic kind of like face but it's like, it'd be such a shame not to use Willem Dafoe. Okay, well, here I go. But it's like when he's not in the suit, they had like an original face that can move. It looks so fucking creepy. Oh, let me find it really quick.
Oh, is that what he was supposed to look like minus the mask?
No, you're supposed to, like, with that mask. Like, I mean, probably would have been more done, but, yeah, I don't know. Huh. I'm trying to say.
Are you sure that's not a guy in it?
No, it is. Sorry. No, yeah, it's like a man wearing that, but that was like the mask he was going to wear instead of that, like, green biker helmet thing.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if he would have actually been like that, or it would still be a man. I think he'd be like a goblin man if he were wearing that, which is way cooler.
Yeah. But then he would have a hard time going like, he can't show up like that to Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
and then Peter's over there going, I wonder if that's the Green Goblin.
This guy's acting a little off.
He's wearing Osborn's suit, and he has Osborn's cufflinks.
It's my friend's
the face does remarkably have a resemblance to that Green Goblin guy I've been fighting.
The only other goblin person I've ever seen.
I could have swore Osborn didn't look like that 3 days ago.
He kind of looks like Willem Dafoe. I don't know. I might not notice if he had a hat on or something.
Yeah.
Under the weather.
Have you ever heard of Bob Rotten?
No. Is it like Bob Ross but reverse?
Actually, he is kind of a Bob Ross like figure. He's like this 20-year-old kid at the time, or maybe like 22 or something like that, and he did all the practical effects for John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh.
And that was in like 1982. And at the time, this is like weird. Like every once in a while, you'll find someone in an industry that is just like going absolutely ham, egg, and cheese and doing shit that's never been done before. Yeah. And he did like, have you ever seen that movie? It's like a body horror movie.
It's been a while, but yeah, like the practical, like all the fucking when it's like all morphed out and shit looks great.
That guy did every bit of that, designed it all, the whole nine, and he was younger than us. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Yeah, he was your age.
I could do that if I put my mind down. That guy makes me look like a piece of shit. Oh my God.
Well, that's all. I was talking with Bizzle about that, and Bizzle's one of those people that's like, there's never a downside to anything, you know? And I was like, dude, you know what makes me feel bad? is Francis Ford Coppola. He made The Godfather Part 1, Part 2, and Apocalypse Now before he was the age of 30. And I'm about to turn 30, and I haven't come close to making anything like any of those movies.
You've got the channel and the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure those are going to be looked back on like, man. Okay, here's my top 3. The Godfather Part 1, Godfather Part 2, Forehead Fables podcast. No, nobody's thinking that. And God, who else was it? It was like I think like Thomas Jefferson at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. He was like, he looked like an old guy because he had the powdered wig. The guy was like 20 something. He was super young.
Jesus Christ!
All those guys were super young. They just had white wigs on. You know, old people are revolutionaries. That's a young man's game.
That's true.
Yeah.
Was Bizzle just like said something really wise and like, whoa, actually you took a different path than that?
No, he did the classic like I'm your dad thing. He just goes, dude, there's nothing to be gained from comparing yourself to other people. I'm like, yes, there is. There's a lot of depression to be gained.
I feel worse about myself.
There's a bunch to be gained.
I'm gonna jump off my fucking roof if I think about this guy for one more goddamn second.
I think like Alexander the Great had already had like 7 battle wounds and like conquered half the known world by the time he's my age.
I haven't done shit. I'm a piece of fucking garbage. I hate myself. Thanks a lot, Bizzle.
Yeah,
you
Bizzle.
did this.
Bizzle just doesn't understand what's to be gained. He just doesn't get it. There's self-loathing is to be gained. That's what he doesn't understand. Oh, man. I am absolutely fucking done with this. Yeah, what would you give Wendy's breakfast, by the way, now that we've been chomping on it for like 30 minutes?
The chicken biscuit, pretty damn good. I'd give that.
That's this thing that I half ate.
I'd give that a 8 out of 10.
In terms of, the remote and zoom in.
Yeah. Not on a scale, not comparing it to like a breakfast cafe food, but like to, fast food.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like an 8 out of 10. The breakfast baconator, I think that's what this was. Also pretty good. Made me feel really bad. Biscuits and gravy.
Wait, I'm sorry. Shit. You were talking about the breakfast baconator.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Pull that up for me.
Yeah, I got to pull that up.
Let's go ahead and make that brighter. Okay. I wish
breakfast
this
baconator?
Control yours.
No, I'm glad you can't control mine. Breakfast like baconator. This leaves something to be desired. This is the one everybody was talking about. Not a big fan. These things, the fact that they actually passed any sort of like, I'm sure there was a boardroom where they were like, what, should we offer tots? Tots or hash browns? And they were like, oh, let's do fucking potato wedges. Bless you, by the way.
Thank you. Go on.
The fact that they actually decided to do potato wedges, it sickens me. Nobody
wants...
Why,
are they trying to stand out or something? Come on.
I don't know.
There's a reason no one uses them.
Yeah.
Do they even give you ketchup?
No, they ain't give me shit. And I ordered my biscuit thing with like that butter, dude. That's not on there. I ordered the biscuits and gravy. That's not on there. I ordered a different coffee thing. That's not on there. I don't think I even ordered this thing, but I got it, and I'm actually pretty happy. It was the best thing there. It was the croissant.
Oh, I haven't even touched that. I can't.
Open it. Eat it. Take one bite.
One big bite and I can be done.
Yeah.
What's breakfast croissant? Okay.
Wait, yours is square.
Yeah.
Mine's round. They didn't even give me the croissant. What is this thing I'm eating?
I'm going to fucking blow. All right, here's the bite.
What did they give me? Hold that thing up to the camera, because that's not at all like mine.
Look, I've got like food review lighting now. Look at this shit. Make that brighter for me, STALLTT. Right now, make that darker. Thanks, STALLTT.
Poob recently invested in desk lights, and so he's super stoked about it. Yeah, I like the.
I don't even need the sun anymore. I don't need to go outside ever. I can tan, get my vitamin D. I can do anything regular little boys can. I just can't leave my room. Mom said, "Okay, I'm gonna take a bite now." Dude, this sucks because now I'm just gonna have to eat this for dinner too.
Yeah. Is that delicious?
Oh God, it's pretty good. My stomach just hurts really bad, but it's like maybe if it were warmer, I'd give it a higher rating. But I don't know, 6 out of 10. I'm not a big croissant guy.
Yeah.
The biscuits and gravy. Sorry, give me a second. I'm about to go on a tear. No, they're just not great.
No, go on a tear about the biscuits and gravy, dude. I'm passionate about my biscuits and gravy.
They don't taste like Mama makes them. Let me just say that, because this is horse shit, and it tastes like it's from the gas station. A local gas station fucking made this from a can, and then put it in some plastic, and it sucks. In the
I like
burrito,
how you had to emphasize a local gas station.
Are you done?
Yeah.
I've got something to say about this burrito.
Okay, go with the burrito.
Too small. That's all. I haven't tried it, or I haven't even looked at it. I don't know anything else about it.
I'm not even gonna start eating it because how small it is. I hate it.
Too small. I could eat it in one bite. I'm not going to, but just know that I could. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say, considering it's right up next to the Chick-fil-A, I'm gonna give this thing a big 3 out of 10 because I could just go next door and get something infinitely better.
Yeah, the only thing I had that seemed better than Chick-fil-A's option, honestly, this Frosty Chino is pretty good.
I wish I would have gotten one. I ordered it.
I'm pissed for you.
Yeah,
because I didn't even order it. I said, "Can I just have like a vanilla iced coffee?" She's like, "The Frosty Chino?" And I was like, "Sure. I mean, if you say so." This is your world, bitch. I'm just driving through it.
This is your world, bitch. I'm just driving through it. Oh, man.
They've got all these. Did yours have a fucking sign that's like the National Treasury is running low on coin? Like, oh God, what? It's like, please have exact change. Hey, they're doing what now? They're running out of coin? Oh
That's not good.
I've got to save the National Treasury.
What is fucking piracy back? You know?
That's what that movie with, what's his name was about, right?
Office
National
Space?
Treasury.
Oh, yeah.
Treasury. It's about saving their coin.
I think so, yeah.
What's that guy called?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah.
He's had a bunch of, like... Apparently he does movies because he's in debt, is what it is.
Oh.
And because he's really bad at spending money. Which, I feel like being bad at spending money would mean that you're, like, you can't spend it. Which means you're good at managing money. I
don't know what
I can't spend it. That's fine. But apparently he's like, he goes through his millions doing something. Probably fucking hair replacement surgery or whatever. Yeah. And... but recently he's been doing movies that are actually pretty good. I saw something. I heard Mandy was good, and there was some
I've been
other
wanting
movie.
to watch that. There's another one I think by the same people. That's like, or if it's not by the same people, it's kind of has like a similar tone. There's also one where he's like has to kill his kids or something. I saw a trailer for. Curious. What do you think about killing your kids?
That's something, that's a movie I might watch. Yeah. That's a movie something. I might go into with a composition notebook and a pen.
That's one of those movies Abby would watch and be like, yeah, I've been getting really into like murder your kid movies lately. Poison your husband, murder your kid.
I see you're typing on Netflix, drowning kids in bathtub thrillers.
Haunted by the mistakes of your past.
Poisoning family food with Drano thriller movies. Yeah.
It's all the love lost in your marriage. Try killing poison.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man. Now, hey, you know what's sad is my kids started going to like a school. Not like not like elementary school, but like a daycare that's not a home daycare. It's like a daycare. And she's actually like learning stuff. And so it was like, it was annoying, but at the same time, I kind of felt you feel important when your kid doesn't want to leave your side. right? And so when I'd go drop her off at daycare, she'd be like, "No, Daddy, no!" And I'd have to like run out the door really quick, and she'd be like, "Ah!" screaming. And apparently, this daycare is so awesome that like I will, when I get her out of the car, she just runs by me, opens up the door, and she's like, "Bye!" Just runs in, and I'm like, "Fucking bitch, you didn't give me a hug or nothing."
Get back here! You got her on her leash backpack.
You have to at least act like you are gonna miss me a little bit.
Yeah. So, like, what are they doing in there? I got free cookies. Like, what's the deal?
She fucking runs past me, man.
So, like, an age limit on how old you can be?
Yeah, that place sounds fun as shit. I think it's like it's a Discovery Zone that costs $1,000 a month. Do you remember DZ? Do you remember that place, DZ? Did you have them there? It was this place called Discovery Zone, and when you went inside, okay, so you know like Chuck E. Cheese, how there's like the ball pit, and then there's the slide and tubes that lead into the ball pit. Discovery Zone was a giant like fucking like Walmart Supercenter looking place that was nothing but the tubes, slides, ball pit, big foam geometry shapes that you could like roll around, big balls like Indiana Jones style, and like big blocks you could like place together and climb on, and the floor was padded. It was fucking huge. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it was probably like the size. It was in a strip mall, so it was tiny, and I think I was just like 4, so I thought it was huge.
Kid, yeah.
Yeah, I probably
it was like 4 Walmarts together.
Holy shit! It's an entire nation of foam blocks.
They've got their own rules and laws in Slam. It's sovereign.
Yes, it's a sovereign foam place. And that place was so cool, man. And then my mom told me that kids kept getting snatched up in there and then taken away, and so they closed it down. And so I'd always like, yeah, now that I have my own kid, I was like, I'm never bringing my kid to a place like Chuck E. Cheese. Apparently, parents can just walk in, snatch a kid, walk out. Or like a pedophile could. And then I recently looked it up, and Discovery Zone closed down because they just overexpanded. That's it. It was just shit. They sucked at being business people. It had nothing to do with kids getting snatched. There's no instance of a kid getting snatced anywhere. That was my mom's scare tactics. Her scare tactics were like, I would be like, hey, Mom, can I go to Chris's? She's like, ooh, you can't go to Chris's. There's rapists down there. You will get raped.
Chris's parents just snatched some kids. That's me.
On the way to Chris's, there's rapists up and down that street. You can't go there.
You mean on Old Rape Road? You're going to take that? Yeah. You know what they call that street, right?
Yeah, and Rape Boulevard.
They're going to disembowel you and kill you if you go there.
You'll be on a stake. Vlad the Impaler's stake. Yeah, and so I was always like super scared of that shit. And then and so I always thought that's like why DZ closed, was because like kids kept getting snatched. Looked it up, there's nothing to do with that. DZ was a fine place. They had a button that apparently if a kid got like, if a parent was like, where's my child, they'd hit the button. And just like Chuck E. Cheese, it would lock down the entire place. No leaving until that kid was found.
Whoa.
We need to bring back Discovery Zone.
Bring back Discovery Zone. I never got to experience it.
But for adults. Yeah. Just be an adult's one.
Dave
a Discovery Zone that serves beer. That's what I want.
So a Dave and Buster's, but with more tubes and ball pits.
Yeah, more tubes. Places for homeless people to hide.
Yeah. Those tubes used to freak me out kind of when I was like, I'm not like very claustrophobic, but I always had like this big fear of like a fat kid getting stuck in front and behind me, and me just being stuck like in a non-windowed part, and just being like, oh god, get these fucking fatties are in my way.
His
and from
balls
that day
are
on,
perfectly sealed.
yeah, just like bump, like suction cupped in, and that like almost happened. Mom, help. I went caving when I was younger, like at this camp I went to. Like I went to a camp with like no restriction. Like it was just Lord of the Flies world.
Yeah.
And they didn't even have to tell like our parents, like they just took us caving in a different state. They're like, do you want to go? Like if you want to go, get on this bus. And I got on with like my friend, this fucking fat kid got kind of stuck on part of the cave in front of me, and I had to like back crawl through like the tightest passage. It's so scary. From that day, I swore to never trust another fat person. People keep thinking I hate fat people now because of.
I don't hate them.
No.
I distrust them.
I distrust them.
They sicken me.
And they're not. I sleep well at night knowing they're not going where I'm going when I die.
Yeah. And that's just strange though. The whole like. Actually, now that I think about it, the ball pit thing. Back to that. Not the ball pit, but the tube thing. It's weird how like unsociable kids are. Like they're social in the fact that they like playing with each other, but they have no. They don't know how to like talk or anything. Do you remember being in those tubes and you'd like come, you would go up the tube and you would like come across a kid that you didn't know and you would just be like, get the fuck out of my way. Like you would just like crawl past them and like just elbow them out of the way so you could like there was no, like, would you do that today? Like, no. I need to get by somebody, so you just crawl over another grown man. Yeah.
No.
I go out of my way to not touch anybody.
Yeah.
It's just, it's strange how, like...
Kids do the darndest things.
Kids, we should make a TV show about that, just where kids get up on stage and then...
Talk, kid!
Yeah. And then explain all the, like, their weird thought processes. And then we'd take the proceeds of that show... And we'd buy something called Spanish Fly. Have you heard of that?
No. I had a feeling where this was going before you said that. But what does Spanish Fly do?
Spanish Fly. It's kind of like chloroform.
Okay, this did go where I thought it was going.
This is going exactly where I thought it was going.
Drinks and stuff.
Yeah, we'll put in all sorts of wacky shit. I don't know. Whatever a female's doing. Yeah, we'll just put it in that.
Wear cool sweaters and stuff.
Dude, his sweaters were fly. It kind of sucks because I spent $38,000 buying old Cosby sweaters just so I could emulate his style, and it turns out he's a fucking serial rapist. And now that investment's gone down the toilet.
And you followed his emulations all the way.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Nah, you wouldn't do that. You're not. I guess going back to that one thing, did you ever go to camp when you were a kid?
No, I went to this place called Camp Indian Springs.
Oh.
And it was I went there once. My brother loved it. And it was this thing where you'd go for a week and you'd bring like a Foot Locker full of clothes, and then my brother would go and he would come back with nothing. Like his Foot Locker would be empty. And everybody, like all the parents wrote their kid's name on their like underwear, right? And all their clothing. My brother would come back with nothing. So there was kids like with his name on clothes that they would go home with. I don't know where shit went. And my parents sent me 1 year. I hated it. I left early. And but I came home with a lot of other kids' clothes. I came home with more things than I left. Yeah, I think I stole them.
Look at these panties. I'm going to take these.
No, I remember I got some socks that had American flags on them, and I thought that was the tightest shit in the world. My mom was like, where'd you get these? And it said, like, Jacob on the inside of them. I was like, apparently I got them from some fucking... Yeah, I got them from these are memorial, like, MIA soldier socks I got from Soldier Jacob. KIA, yeah. I'm Patriot, Mom. You wouldn't understand. No, so I stole them from some kid named Jacob. They're mine now. But
piece of shit, Jacob. If you're watching this, I hate you.
I hate you, and I have your
do
socks.
it again.
Camp Indian Springs was
this address.
It was wild, man, because like the counselors were basically teenagers, and teenagers aren't very responsible people, and so it was kind of like just do your own thing.
Dude,
you know?
Yeah, like. Mine, I won't name it because I still live very close to it. Yeah. But yeah, all the counselors were just like high schoolers, and they would just like get fucking drunk or smoke weed every night, and we were just a bunch of little kids. And like one of the best activities we ever did, though, I went for like 2 or 3 years. It was a similar thing. Like you just show up for a week, you'd be in like a big tent basically, and there were like a fuck ton of them. It's just like out in the hills and shit, and they did like a Sasquatch hunt where one of the like big tall counselors they put like fake fur on him, and we just had to try and catch him because he was like, yeah, we're a bunch of kids. He's like probably an 18-year-old, or like way faster than us. The whole thing is like that we never really catch him, and we were fucking like, we got a bunch of sticks and stuff. We're like, yeah, we're gonna like fucking kill this Sasquatch, and we got into it. We were chasing him down. There's just like a random wire, like is probably like near the edge of the woods. I don't know, it's for like clothes or something, but it's kind of low. He fucking goes over it, tumbles like partly down a hill, is just like kind of fucked up. A bunch of kids all hit it too. And everyone's just getting like fucked up. Like my roommate just goes like, he was probably right behind the guy, just gets destroyed also. The guy is like on the ground still like, all the kids catch up to him and start beating the shit out of him with sticks. And he's like, stop, like, please stop. Like, oh man, like that's enough. And he can't like fight back because we're kids. But he's like, please stop. And we're just like beating the shit out of him. I felt so like when I grew up a couple years, I'm like, oh my, like that poor fucking guy probably like chronic like injuries from just like 20 like 10-year-olds just like fucking like get his eyes. It's his weak point. Sasquatch can't see without his eyes.
Cut off his feet. We gotta prove it. We gotta prove it to the Archaeological Society. Cut his feet off.
Everyone get a necklace with a Bigfoot ear on it. They like knives too.
How would the other counselors feel if like you came back with like just
his head?
No, yeah, just like different parts of his body. Kids are like, I've stripped him of his skin. I made a hat.
They were all wearing them and just got like blood handprints on it. We killed the legendary Sasquatch.
War paint with his blood. And
lived to tell the tale.
I made a bone out of, or I made a bow out of his fucking ribs or something. I don't know.
He took 6 children with him, but we got him, the son of a bitch. They would just like, they'd have to bury everything and just go on like it never happened. Like the owner of the camp was just some old guy. It's like, holy shit, I really fucked up.
I remember we had this guy, his name was something Rhino. They always had like these like stupid camp names.
Oh, right? Yeah.
And all the camp people were like super hippies, except for this one counselor who was his, it was like Charging Rhino, I think is what his name was. And he was weird because he was like this super artistic guy, but he was like a guy that would be in special forces. You know how like there's the guys that are like macho, like I'm a military guy, and then there's the dudes that are slightly off, that are they're still like kind of military people, but they're just off. You know, you could tell they're just very
autistic.
Maybe something. He's artistic. Yep. He was also like, you could tell he was gonna do something like that. Yeah. And like a very self-reliant type person. Yeah. And we played Capture the Flag, right? And there was kids at this camp ranging from like 6 or 7 all the way up until like teens, early teens. And so there were some kids that were pretty fast in there. And this Charging Rhino guy was probably 18 or 19. And he wasn't like a super trim guy. He was kind of stocky, but he was also like just a brick shithouse. Like he wasn't
like a rhino.
Yeah, like a rhino, right? And I remember we're playing Capture the Flag, and I'm sitting there like, I'm supposed to be on defense for the flag because I can't fucking run because I'm a fat kid. And I see through the camp, like it was like on one side of the camp. Hey, you remember Woods from Tarkov?
Yeah.
That was like the map of Camp Indian Springs. There was a lake that kind of like bordered it. And like on one end was our flag, on the other end was the other flag. And there was like a lake there in the middle, if I remember correctly. And then there was all these like cabins with bunk beds and stuff. And I remember I saw him trucking from his side. Yeah. And he was, it was the most insane thing I've ever seen. Kids were just flying at him from every direction. And he had the fucking flag. And like he would do this thing where like kids would go diving for him and he would just drop back and like slide on his knee and then like pop back up, and he was like diving through shit, and like everybody's trying to catch him, but at the same time looking like, at the time I thought it was badass, and then looking back on it I'm like, dude, it's just a game of Capture the Flag. Like,
This guy's gonna be a war hero one day.
Yeah, he was doing like Rambo shit. I'm like, you're not fucking saving a princess. Like, you don't need to go that hard. Like, he was fucking doing barrel rolls over picnic tables and shit. And he was like hauling ass and just putting in like 120% for this job that I think paid like $5 an hour. Why go that hard? He was going all the way.
If you love your job, you never work a day in your life.
Yes. Yeah, I pwned those 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
I captured
some ass that night.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Ours had a lake too. That was the only thing you could do in it really. It was battle raft, which was just a big square piece of wood that kids would fight on. Just like King of the Hill on. And there's a zip line that had like no straps or anything. The only test, like, because it went above land for probably like 5 seconds and then water. And it just, like, you have to let go or else it gets so low. Like, you just hit the water and it drags you off. Like, you can't keep on. The only way to test if you could do it or not, you had to hang on the ladder for like 5 seconds. And if you could do that, they're like, all right, you're good. Like, and kids have fallen before on the land part. Just like fallen like 15 feet and fucking like broken arms. And I don't know how this place is still open. And there's like Monkey Bridge, the most disgusting little pond you've ever seen. Like, it just looks like if you fall in, you get something. And there's like lily pads that are like huge everywhere. Like, I remember one of them had a shoe just sitting on it. Like, it was ominous. Like, what, did a kid die and lose that shoe? What's going on with that fucking shoe, man? And it just had a rope across it with 2 ropes. Like, you could hold on to 2 ropes and you could walk on one. And people sat on either side and you just fought to see who would like get the other one in the gross fucking water. Fun as hell. But looking back, I was just, when you're a kid, that stuff doesn't really gross you out, especially like when you're a little woods kid. But like now I'd be like, God damn, I don't want to fucking fight someone to get in that water. And there's like counselors that are like my age probably still going there.
You know, you guys can do that up there, but here, like, anything with lily pads also has alligators. Like, there's no...
Oh, gosh. Yeah,
there's no, like... Whoever gets knocked off the monkey bridge dies, probably.
100% death rate.
Yeah. But I remember we had, at that lake, we'd have, like, swimming time. We'd have that stupid, like, blimp thing that's half full, and then a fat guy jumps on one side and launches a kid off the other. Yeah. And there was always one fat counselor that they were like, "Hey, fatty, get up there and launch us!" And he would,
gosh!
Yeah, his name was like Bullfrog or something. They give him like a big fat guy. Fat. Yeah, they give him like a big fat guy name.
Fat Frog. Charging fat.
And so he'd just drop and fucking send these kids flying. But I remember I went there with you have your swimming buddy, and I got like tagged together with some kid, and we stepped on a fucking snake under the water at the same time, and it like our feet went across it, and it like struggled to get out from under our feet, and then we were like, we're getting out, and we went to go get out, and the counselor's like, no, stay in there, and we're like, dude. And the water, it was like so murky and everything. You couldn't see anything. I was freaking. That was a bad experience for me.
Yeah, we didn't have to deal with like I can't imagine having the fear of an alligator in your water. Not cool. I've never been on one of those fat person. But it's crazy that you just have to have a fat guy for those to be really fun. You just have to know someone that's huge. Well, I've never been on one of those. That's good.
You like
a bunch of little people.
Yeah, you launch kids, and then like a normal adult can do it. But if you're an adult, you really have to get a fat guy.
Yeah. Or just like a big cartoon dumbbell. If you have one of those, you get
or a grand piano. Yeah. But I don't know. Camp was wild. I would never send my kid to a camp like that. I don't think. Just because
my little sister just went to the one that I went to. I was like, I'm scared for her now because I've been there. I know how fucking crazy it is.
Yeah, that's weird.
You'd also each day you can either swim in the lake or take a shower, and the showers are like communal, like shower house. So no one ever did that. Like we probably smelled so fucking bad, but also like I feel like you don't mind things that smell bad when you're a kid. I never remember the smell being an issue.
Yeah.
Maybe I just didn't even have BO yet, but.
Well, it's a difference when you. Well, yeah, you don't have BO that much when you're a kid, but if everybody smells bad, then nobody does.
Yeah, true.
You know, like
I got out of there. I was like, oh my god, like what is this aroma? This pure fresh air, cleaned.
Well, I didn't realize how bad I smelled when hiking because everybody smelled bad, and then when we got picked up at the end. We got into my uncle's car, which had like an air freshener. It smelled nice. And then we like sat in it for a minute and I just like put my nose down and smelled my shirt. And I was like, oh, it was fucking ripe. I was like, holy shit.
Put your nose down, smelled your crotch.
Yeah, I put my nose down. I picked my balls up.
Oh my God.
God damn. So how's your stream thing going?
Oh, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, wait. No, let me reiterate for everybody. Poob dropped the opportunity to work for a Fortune 500 company so he could work. So he could work at his. So he could work at his mom's fucking stupid bed and breakfast or something. And
that's not what I fucking dropped it for.
He was like, "Gee, Mom, I'd love to work at the B&B."
It would be an honor to learn your secret recipe for biscuits and gravy,
and then do streaming. So how's that working out for you?
It's listen, I didn't just drop it so I could. It's not like I enjoyed doing it. I did not like being a software engineer. Don't get me wrong. The benefits, the pay. I mean, the lifestyle, the happiness.
The sex and drugs.
The sex, the women, the drugs, the
gobbling CFO's daughter.
Anyway, I'm having a great time streaming. So, yeah, this one goes out to my haters. No, I mean, of course, I'm going to be making way less money, and I'm not going to, be as successful.
And you won't be able to fuck the CFO of Twitch.
I might be a little bit more fulfilled,
Yeah.
And I look at my new lights. Hey, look at that. I can do that.
Yeah, this is my light. Okay, that's that one. Yeah, I got my shit. I got new lights, man. Killing it.
Yeah, you're not to bring up production value again, two times in 2 days, but your production value is looking pretty great. I like your little background setup you got.
Yeah, I got I'll show that at some other point, but Donut Operator.
Oh yeah,
you know that guy? Yeah, he sent me a skateboard deck from his
pig.
He sent me a skateboard deck from his skate shop.
Oh, nice. He's been sending. I've seen a couple people get some little gifts from him.
Yeah,
so you're not actually that special.
I'm not at all.
So he actually sends it to everyone.
Well, it was like a double-edged sword because he like sent it to me and he was like, "Hey man, I really like your channel," and I was like, "Thanks." But then he also let Narrator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he let Narrator touch it.
Oh.
And I was like,
Have you talked to Narrator in a while? I haven't seen him
No, I haven't, but I looked it up, and apparently like HIV can't stay on skateboard decks for like a long time before they get you.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever virus causes transsexualism.
I like Narrator. I haven't talked to him in a long time though.
I'm just gonna use the correct pronouns, jackass.
Oh. Fuck me! I knew I was walking into something. You're just waiting for me to fucking.
No, what irritates me about Narrator is Narrator came at me one day and was like, "Hey, I'm actually transgendered." I'm like, "Okay, well, what are your pronouns?" And then all of a sudden wasn't transgendered anymore. I'm like, "Dude, just fucking make up your mind. Like, you can't flip flop one day after another. Just fucking do some internal narrative for a while and be like, I'm committing to this." Yeah. Yeah. Do the name, what your name implies you do, and fucking think about it for a little bit, and then come back at me.
It's probably very, more complicated than just sitting down one day and being like, "Oh, what do I think in my head?" It's probably got some more intricacies than that.
But over like years' time, I'm sure you figured it out, not just on a whim.
Yeah,
and I felt like that's what it was, is on a whim. So now I don't know if she's a her or Sherm's a him or what.
Well, regardless, they are pretty cool.
Donut
Operator. I actually don't know much about him at all besides that he's a cop.
Why would you assume it's a him? That now that we're on that,
because he is,
did they ever tell you?
Because I've seen his penis, and he said that he wanted me to see it or something. I don't know where I'm going. He sent me a skateboard, and on the back of it was just a picture of his penis. What the fuck? Double-edged sword. What the?
Well,
what the fuck?
I asked him. I was like, "How does it feel to open up a fucking skate shop during a time when everybody hates cops?" And he was like, "It kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of fucking sucks."
Like a cop themed skate. I feel like skaters kind of have like they've always had some tension with police. Like,
yeah,
in terms of just like, oh, let us skate where we please, laissez-faire.
Yeah, it's a free range skater place. Yeah, well, I think that's part of why he's had such a negative reception, because skaters come into a shop and then he beats them up. Hey,
no skating in here.
And he batons them in the forehead. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, and but besides that, I mean, you know, when you think about it, skaters always hated cops. But
Lords of Dogtown.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Throwing that out there. Yeah.
Good movie with a good soundtrack.
It's a good movie, yeah.
Yeah. But skaters have also been like anti-establishment, you know, like counterculture. And the current culture right now is that everybody hates cops. So if skaters were really counterculture, they would love cops, which means 5-0 Skate Shop was a good idea.
That's his thought process.
That's how he wrapped his head around. How do you on my side now?
Being a skater and a cop, he's got to be all twisted up inside.
Yeah. God, talk about an internal struggle.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's why him and Narrator are friends, because Narrator's like, "Am I a man? Am I a woman?" And he's like, I know. We are right on the same page.
Am I a cop? Am I a skater?
Am I a cop?
I'm wearing Vans with a badge on right now, man. I am fucked up. I don't know what's going on.
Man, talk about an internal struggle. That's rough.
Let's talk shit about some other people on Twitter.
Yeah.
What's up with those Jimmy and what's his friend's name that you just did the podcast with?
Nine Rain.
Nine. Yeah.
Yeah. They.
What's their deal? They're just like RuneScape guys. That's pretty.
Yeah. They make like old school RuneScape videos, and then Jimmy moved out to where Nine Rain is, and then won't talk to him.
Oh.
He moved across the country to Texas, and they're in the same apartment complex, and he won't like hang out with Nine Rain. Why? I think it's because Jimmy might have Asperger's, but also Jimmy has gotten circled up and is like hanging out with like Bed Bananas and Charborg and those people.
Oh.
I think he's feeling the lust for power and subscribers.
Yeah, he's now looking down on his old friends. Yeah, they are nothing to compare to Bed Bananas.
Yeah, Bed Bananas and Charborg, gods walking among mere mortals. Yeah, so Jimmy's trying to get try to suck their cock a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
That's fair.
If, let's say PewDiePie started talking to me, I would fucking
never talk to me ever again. Yeah.
I would destroy you if he asked.
Dude, that's my claim to fame, man. I had PewDiePie following my old Twitter account before.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, for a very short time.
Didn't you send him a meme that I sent you to send
I sent him
or
a
did
meme. It was the like Ugandan Spider-Man getting ready to join.
The one in like the military or whatever.
Yeah, where he's wearing like Tim's. Yeah, he's like joining Coney's army, and it was like. And I said, like, I will make you regret saying the N-word. And that's how I sent him. And I saw that he had seen it. Like, he looked at it and then never responded.
Come on, you at least give a like on that or something. No,
he was like, dude, it's bad enough that I follow you. I don't know if I can talk to this fucking
interact with you.
Yeah. I should see if I could get him on here. I'm going to shoot for that. Yeah.
That would be nuts. Who's your favorite follower now that he's gone?
Oh, I got Norm McDonald to follow me.
Really?
Yeah, he followed me.
Damn, nice.
He's never liked anything I've ever tweeted.
You monitor that. You've got a constant stat tracker.
Yeah.
Norm watch. Oh my god, we got a banger coming out, guys.
Maybe you'll like it. He's never liked anything I've ever.
Speaking of Twitter followers and stuff, I went down a little, what do you call it, a little wormhole the other day. That led to me finding a woman that I think you're cheating on your wife with.
Oh, hell yeah. Who's that?
I just saw some gamer girl that had like 200 followers that you were following. Fuck. Oh, let me find it. I think I took a screenshot because I was going to text it to you.
Yeah, there's like 4 women that I follow on Twitter.
Icelandic gamer girl.
Oh, okay. So here's the funny thing about Icelandic gamer girl, right? This is a hilarious.
I got you red.
Dude, you did. Okay, so I don't want to shit on her too much.
Okay,
but I'm totally
follow her for a joke, and then I'm sorry.
I'm totally gonna shit on her. So I was like, she kept like tweeting at me, right, and like replying to like Tarkov related shit, and I was like, who the fuck is this bitch? So I went and looked at her Twitter thing, and she's just like this model. Like she's like a beautiful. You've seen her. She's like a beautiful woman, right? Yeah, and she keeps like photoshopping herself into like Tarkov screenshots. And she keeps like photoshopping herself into the game and stuff, and she's like really into it. And I think what else is funny is Battle State Games and the guy that runs the community thing both follow her as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but if you go look at like her actual stream and everything, she sucks so much ass.
Like at the game?
Just at everything. Just at being maybe a human. like passable.
God damn, at that level.
Yeah.
Just
like being impassable.
Existing.
Yeah. And like I would rather watch anything else. Like, let's be honest. But I think she really opened my eyes to the fact that like people make fun of like Pokimane and stuff. But did open my eyes to the fact that you do at least have to be somewhat interesting to garner attention as a female.
Yeah.
And she has proven to me that just because you're very attractive doesn't mean you're going to have automatic success.
Yeah.
Because she's attractive and about as boring as like watching paint dry.
I'm going to have to check out her streams to, really tell for myself.
You're not missing much. Yeah. You're not missing much.
Okay. No, I know. A lot of people are like, oh, you're a woman. You're instantly like partnered. There's a lot of fucking women now streaming also. Like it's not like
there's a lot of women, and it's why watch a woman that has no personality stream when you can just also go into the address bar and type in like booby. Poob. Like if you're actually there to look at an attractive woman, there's a lot better stuff.
Yeah, but it's them being, there. They can see your name. They can read your name if you donate $100.
I legitimately, I looked at her stream. I legitimately think it's because she plays with like a bunch of guys.
Mm.
From what I've seen, she plays in like 5 stacks a lot of the time, and she doesn't really pay that much attention to chat, But if they like most of the female streamers that make it big just based off the fact that they're females are like it's just them talking to chat.
Yeah.
And going like, oh my god, that's incredible! Wow.
You're
Pooberton.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
I love try glasses off. They take your glasses off. Glasses off, hair up.
Whoa. Oh man. Wow. I bet you if you lost 125 pounds, you'd be pretty cute for a guy. And then
you took all that weight and put it on the bottom of your feet and got through 8 inches.
If you weren't 5'3" and 300 pounds, you'd be very attractive.
If you weren't a disgusting little troll person, I'd really give you a shot.
That'll give me a lot of money. But she doesn't do that. She hangs out with like some dudes and they play and that's it.
Good on her though for having some high profile following on Twitter.
Yeah.
Nikita follows her? Or is it someone below Nikita?
No, it's Battle State Games and then the fucking Igor or some shit. Like some Russian guy that runs their Twitter. He has some Russian name. His name's fucking like Yuri Bognerov or something. I don't know.
That makes more sense. But
yeah.
Still Battle State Games, that's a big catch. They don't follow me.
Yeah.
And I'm a big shot.
Yeah, but do you do those like cliche like tweets where it's like, I'm streaming Tarkov, gonna get some rubles at Battlestate Games. Like, if you do that kind of tweet, like, they will retweet it every time.
I call them Poobles. I'm kidding, I don't. But no, I've never tagged them once in like a tweet.
That'll change things.
That's probably a good way though to get some damn viewers, is if you get retweeted by them, or like you said the other day, like Reddit. I need to start posting on like Tarkov Reddit.
Yeah, I remember they used to have like a very loose community. I think it was the same community manager, but I don't think he had like a talk from his boss yet. And I remember I posted this fucking video of this guy that had like some fucking crazy birth defect, just screaming as like a hermetic door opened. Like it was actually in Russia. He was in like some satellite country, like Ukraine or something. And like he was just screaming with a bottle of vodka in his hand as like this big hermetic door went like open, and he's just going like, ah! He's just sitting there like he's going insane, like he's having some sort of mental breakdown. And I was like, I posted, I said, when hermetic extract, when you're extracting via hermetic door or something like that, and they retweeted it. And I was like, you fucking retweeted that. You retweeted this man that has some sort of insane birth defect having a mental breakdown in the sewers of Moscow. And he goes, why? It was funny. Like, why not? I bet you his PR was like, don't retweet fucking Down syndrome people with vodka. That's not a good idea.
What an insane life to live, to just be like that guy. Like, what a crazy different path that would be. And like what we're I don't know. I'm glad to be born in the U.S. I'm just kidding. I'm happy with the way things have turned out overall.
You know Creed from The Office?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like 4 lines of dialogue through that entire show, and they're always the best. But like one of his that I thought was so stupid and funny was like they're talking about winning the lottery, and he just goes, "I've already won the lottery, baby. I was born in the U.S.
I was born in the Midwest of the United States of America."
It does feel good to be born in a developed nation. How about that? It doesn't even have to be the U.S.
I'd be good, with some others too.
Yeah,
Canada. Like that one guy.
Maine.
We got friends from there.
Yeah. Maine's a different country, Canada. Right?
They're not that crazy. Yeah, Maine, Alaska, Hawaii.
I think Nova Scotia is somewhere around here.
Muscle Bust isn't that crazy, and he was born Norway or something.
Dude, that guy's the biggest simp I know. We've beaten him into submission, but like anytime like a new female joins the Discord, all of a sudden, guess who has access to Muscle Bust's room?
Oh shit!
The female does, yeah. And he goes in there and starts throwing around his wubble U's and his fucking crazy accent. He's like, "Hey, have you seen a picture of me? I'm 6'3" and I'm buff." And he's like, "And I look like Grumpy Cat in the face."
It's been a long time since I've seen a picture of him, but that does fit the mental image.
Yeah, he looks like Grumpy Cat. He's got like the fucking eyebrow ridge of when they do like, you go to a wax museum or something, they have like a wax statue of a Neanderthal, and they always have like that big eyebrow ridge. Like he's got that going on.
Dude, him and Icelandic girl would get along.
Oh yeah.
So they're both from somewhere over there.
Well, she looks like she's like 4'9", so they'll probably look like he's a pedophile or like. Have you seen that? Have you seen that video of Shaq and his girlfriend walking down the sidewalk?
God,
yeah. It looks like a dad walking with his daughter.
So big. Yeah. Honestly, though, he'd have to try to find a girl that would look like not.
All you'd have to do is just find a girl that's like 5'10" and not look like he's a pedophile. But he found a girl that's like 5'1" that just likes.
Still be so towering over.
Yeah.
But yeah, true. Like a 5'1". That's just. You're asking for it.
I wonder if he just has like a big cock that looks tiny on him. I bet you he does.
Or a small cock that looks huge.
No, like even like a fucking 8-inch cock would look minuscule on that man.
Oh yeah, but it's probably. I would like to imagine it all grew proportionally, and he's got maybe 2 feet.
A big 18-incher.
Yeah,
dude.
You really hope to have him on the podcast. Oh,
I should. He should really have a. I really wish he would get into financial troubles so that he would have to a company would come forth and go like, hey, will you do a celebrity porno to get some money?
Well, that'd probably be the most realistic way of us seeing his penis.
Yeah. And then maybe we could talk Icelandic gamer girl into.
You should have her as a podcast guest.
Oh yeah, no, I was talking about co-starring in the celebrity porno.
Co-starring. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be. She's like an adult, right? Like to clarify, okay. I've only seen like her bio, I think.
No, she has tattoos and shit unless her parents get permission. Yeah, she's got the classic Dreamcatcher tattoos, which is really just Native American. She stole that from it. She's a culture vulture.
Yeah, and she like self tans herself really dark and has a black wig.
Yeah, and she's the spokeswoman for the NAACP.
She's gonna like somehow see this and be like, "What the fuck? Who is this fucking guy?"
She's really just checking off all the boxes for being a horrible person.
Yeah.
Oh man! But I think the only way to prove that she's not racist is to co-star in that celebrity porno with Jack.
Jack video.
Yeah. God. That's really the only way to clear the slate. You know?
All right.
I bet you I'm going to get a lot of messages from STALLTT going, do you want this in there? Are you certain?
Man, I got a little pit stain. STALLTT, edit out this pit stain. Make me dry. I didn't wear an undershirt.
I told STALLTT I was going to get a N-word on a Post-it note and have it on a fishing pole and have him. I would just have it floating around, and then he would have to fucking key it out just to make editing hell. Blur out all instances of the N-word. Yeah, I'd just be sitting here with a fishing pole the whole time, just wagging it around.
You almost got it. I think he'd quit at that point.
You want to keep your job, dog?
This is your biggest challenge ever. Pass this and solidify your position.
It doesn't matter how much I shit on him because everybody in the comments is absolutely convinced that he runs the show.
So you're a puppet.
It doesn't matter how hard I go on a podcast. Everybody's like, wow, you did a good job with this one, STALLTT. It's always like STALLTT did a good job. Makes me cry. I should do a lot of pre-written material for it and just go absolutely ham and be like, wow, STALLTT, that was a great joke you wrote for Sam. It's as good as it gets.
You should start doing a monologue at the beginning for 15 minutes. And just at least he gets it's better. I mean, I get how you could be like, oh, but it's better that he gets some recognition than people just totally.
Well, that's what I pay him with.
Work.
Yeah, I pay him with recognition. Yeah. In fact, for every comment that is posted where he gets recognition, that's actually $25 off of his paycheck. So
there you go.
I have a lot of fake accounts where I just comment great job, STALLTT.
This is your best video ever. That's 50. Yeah. Everyone go subscribe to STALLTT. Okay.
I pay him in attaboys and accolades. Those are the two. Yeah. But no, I feel bad for people that do editing and stuff, and then they don't get any recognition at all.
Yeah.
It's
a thankless job.
It is. All those editors for the Also Aqua channel.
Oh. Yeah, all those guys. Yeah. Really everyone behind Aqua.
Yeah, really.
I feel so bad.
Aqua is he's a guy that has an entire fleet of people taking care of every little whim of his.
Because he's a great leader.
He is. Yeah. But also a tyrant. But
also vicious. Vicious. Yeah. He'd rather be feared than loved.
Let's be honest. Yeah. I've heard some of the demands he makes, and I just don't want to leak them because I don't want to soil his reputation or anything. But and he's still mad at me, so I'll leak all the horrible things he does to his underlings. I gotta, King's his manager.
Oh yeah, I know things.
What's that? Stockholm syndrome?
What's that thing?
You ever heard of Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, I know.
When you look that up, it's actually a picture of Kings, and he's crying.
He's very good to me.
Yeah, he's just misunderstood. He's a misunderstood content creator. That's what it is.
Yeah, every time I talk to Aqua, he just fucking says some cryptic like, "Heavy lays the crown." The man that wears the crown. I'm like, what the fuck
yeah.
are you talking about?
Oh man, yeah. It's weird though because he like I keep seeing him. I keep capturing watching like compilations of Thanos from the Marvel movies. It's like this Thanos guy. He's onto something. And he goes, I always like those movies where the good guy loses. That's what he always says to me. And he's watching Marvel.
He's like, yeah, I actually really like the idea of gobbling gas. Turning into another man. Green, scary man.
Yeah.
Aqua breaks into my room. Deliver us!
Oh, that's a Bible thing. I just remember that. Deliver us from evil. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Old dumb bitch God isn't there on that night. Just a goblin.
Just the goblin.
There's the God and the goblin. That'd be way cooler if instead of the devil, it's just like the goblin. Like,
yeah.
Goblin King came and killed Jesus. He was once an angel.
We've almost been going for 2 hours.
Oh my God.
And I know STALLTT's going to be like, you don't pay me enough for this to edit this down. Anyways, Poob.
Yeah.
You want to?
Yes, Sam.
You want to advertise your stream? Okay, never mind. You just rolled your fucking eyes.
Whoa! Let me walk in the frame, so it's like that looks so dumb. Don't show that still, please, God.
Hey, today's episode was featuring Poob. And you can follow him at twitch.tv/Papa Poob. Isn't that it? Papa Poob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got a YouTube that I upload on semi-monthly. So.
Yeah, it's youtube.com/Papa Poob. But yeah, he'll be in the description as well of this, unless you're listening to it. If you're listening to it, then you're one of 4 people that listens to it. Yeah. But how often do you stream?
3 to 4 days a week.
He's been doing wacky segments. He's like one of those character streams, and he's been doing wacky segments where he rates women based on like he'll bring up like a fleet of women, like pictures of them on stream, and then he rates them based on race. And he has other segments.
Don't you Aqua me, motherfucker. I draw freaks and I play the recorder. That's all you need to know.
And then he also he rates different dictatorships based on their effectiveness. Yeah, he's an all-around good guy.
Yeah. Not like those other guys.
Yeah.
I'm actually not like those other guys.
Yeah. He does this horrible thing, though, where he takes IQ stats, and he lays it out geographically and tries to figure out where all the dumb people are, and then pinpoint ethnic groups based on it. Yeah, I was like, I don't like this. This is getting into a weird territory. This is not. Yeah. I like the Poob that makes stupid references and absurdist humor. So you just can't catch him after he's been taking shots. That's when you does.
Oh, yeah. When I get drunk,
he gets into conspiracy theories that are never like conspiracy theorists back in the day. They're like, dude, aliens are around. And conspiracy theorists now are like, did the Holocaust happen? Why?
I'm actually a sex robot designed by a goblin.
Since when did conspiracy theorists go from like, don't believe what the government tells you, man, to just like racists?
I don't know.
Yeah, conspiracy theorists have turned into insane people.
When Alex Jones became like mainstream for a minute.
Yeah. Oh man, if he wasn't so fucking funny, he wouldn't be mainstream.
No, yeah, if like he didn't just make such good like clips to use and shit.
Yeah. Like that video of him chasing that guy down.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. And he like, dude, that guy could chase me down. His little legs. You see how fast they were? It was like when Sonic is winding up to run. His legs went in circles.
I'd like to think he could only do bursts of speed, but he might be able to
like an alligator.
Yeah.
Like an alligator can go 40 miles per hour for like 10 feet. If that guy had taken one extra step, Alex Jones would have teetered out. Oh, his legs would have locked up. Yeah. Anyways, that's the end.